No, Shalom. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Mic check. Cool. No, Shalom. Yoga Sutra, Book 1, Sutra 22. Murudumatyang timang tatatopi. Is it tatatopi or tatopi? Tatopi. Okay. Tatopi. Murudumatyang timang tatatopi Bisheshoha. Muruduti bro matyati bro. Matyati bro timang tarati bro iti. Second try. Here we go. Muruduti bro matyati bro timang tarati bro iti. Tatopi Bisheshwaha. Tada Bisheshwa dapi. Muruduti parasambegasya sananaha. Okay, I think that's one sentence. Comma. Let me see what the other version did. They also used the comma. Commas are not Sanskrit. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is read 2 versions. Number 1 right now. Another version. Shanam murudu, murudu. Shanam murudu, shanam murudu. Okay. Dada Bisheshwanam muruduti varasambegasyang sananaha. Once more. Dada Bisheshwanam muruduti varasambegasyang sananaha. That was the second version. And the third version, well, it's interesting. I think it's this version here. How do I do this? I think this is one, so I'm gonna do, it's really bad. Okay. So what is this word? Dada Vishesha Dangam. Okay, here we go. Dada Visheshwa Dapyang Sananatarasati Vratima Tarasambegasya Tima Turopayasya. Samatila Paha Samati Palam Jati. I'm gonna say that again. So this is the third version. It's really extensive. So it skips all these words and goes right to Samatila Paha. I'm gonna double check that. Yep, Samadhi. So third version, second try. This is not easy. Because they put parts of the word. It's missing 6 syllables before that. Dadu Visheshwa Dapyang Sananatarasati Vrati Matara Sambegasyang Timaturopayasyam Samatila Paha Samati Palam Jati. One more. Dada Visheshwa, last try. Dada Visheshwa Dapyang Sananatarasati Vrati Matara Sambegasyang Timaturopayasyam Samatila Paha Samati Palam Jati. Moving on. Okay, so I'm gonna start from here. Tatom matyanti vrasambegasya sananataraha tasmadati matrati vrasambegasya timatropanyasya piyam tasmadati matrati vrasambegasya timatropanyasya piyam sananatamaha samathilampaha samathipalam jati. Okay, so maybe this version. I'm gonna do two versions. The first version, starting from the beginning. I'll try to get through the whole thing. I'll just try it once. If I don't get it, then forget it. It doesn't hurt to try it just once. Okay, first version, first and last try. Here we go. No, shalom. Murudumat Timat Ratavat Tatopi Pishashwaham Muruduti Vrom Matyati Vrotima Trati Vrom Iti Tatopi Pishashwaham Tade Pishashwadapi Muruduti Brasambegasyang Sananaha Tatom Matyati Brasambegasyang Sananataraha Samadatimat Rati Brasambegasyang Timatropang Yasyang Piyang Sananatamaha Samathilampaha Samadhi Palam Jati. Okay. I'm gonna do a second version. So I just try one, so I'm gonna forget it. This is the second version. It's just a fragment of the word. It's a change. That's all they put, and then you're gonna figure out the rest. Okay. Second version, starting from here, I'm gonna put my arrow there so I know what I'm doing. Murudu Matyang Tima Tratavant Tatopi Pishashwaham Murudu Ti Vrom Matyati Vrotima Trati Vrom Itim Tatopi Pishashwaham Tade Pishashwa Namurudu Ti Brasambegasyang Sananaha Tatom Matyati Brasambegasyang Sananataraha Tasmadati Matrati Brasambegasyang Timatropang Yasyang Piyang Sananatamaha Samathilampaha Samathipalam Jati. No, shalom. Okay, so I did pretty much all the existing different versions. Because it is gentle or moderate or keen, there is something superior even to this. In that there is a gently keen and a moderately keen and a vehemently keen, there is a superior even to this thing. Because there is a superior to this, the attainment of concentration and the result of concentration is near to him who follows the vehement method and is of mildly keen intensity, still more near to him who is of moderately keen intensity, and most near to him who is of vehemently keen intensity. Now, what I'm going to do is read the translation, another translation. There's also a further distinction according to the degree of mild, middling, and intense. Mildly intense, middlingly intense, and intensely intense. In accordance with this comparison, the attainment of spiritual absorption and the fruit thereof become nearest to the mildly intense, courageous, more nearest to the middlingly intense, courageous, and most nearest to the intensely intense, courageous, given to practice through the most intense method. Okay, Veda next, thank you. No, Shalom. Here we go. Bhagavatam, Book 5, hymn 65. Yashiciketa sang sukratul devatarang sang paburitu taha naha. Second try. Yashiciketa sang sukratul devatarang sang prabitu naha. Paruno yasyang taishato mituro pang panate giraha. Tang hi shirashirta valcha sang rang jang nang dil kashrut tamang. Second try. No, Shalom. Tang hi shirashirta valcha sang rang jang nang dil kashrut tamang. Tang satapati ratang varutha ratang bang nang jane jane. Tang pa mi yang novase bol bang upa purube sajang. Suban shiva sang he su jetu nang bang jam api pra ta bane. Mitrum amho shechidang duru. Amho shechidang duru kushoyang yang kangatum panatem. Second try. Mitrum amho shechidang duru kushoyang yang kangatum panatem. Last try. Mitrum amho shechidang duru kushoyang yang kangatum panatem. Mitrasyan hi pratul batahe sumati rasati vitatahe. Vayam mitrasyan vasi siyama saprathastamem anehasasatu putai aneha, second try from the arrow. Vayam mitrasyan vasi siyama saprathastamem. Last try. Vayam mitrasyan vasi siyama saprathastamem anehasasatu botaya he satrang paruno sheshwasaho. Second try. Anehasasatu botaya he satrang paruno sheshwasaho. Yuvam mitremam janam yatatahe sam jang nayatahe. I want to try that again. 1 second. Yuvam mitremam janam yatatahe sam jang nayatahe. Mung makonahe pari kyatam mo asama kamurushwi nam kopi tet na urushotama. Once more. Mung makonahe pari kyatam mo asama kamurushwi nam kopi tet na urushotama. No, Shalom. Full wise is he who hath discerned. Let him speak to us of the gods. The man whose praise songs Varuna the beautiful or Mitra loves. For they are kings of noblest might, of glorious fame most widely spread. Lords of the brave, who strengthen law, the holy ones with every race. Approaching you with prayer for aid, together I address you first. We who have good steeds call on you, most sage, to give us strength besides. Even out of misery Mitra gives away to dwelling at our ease. For he who worships hath the grace of Mitra, fighter in the van. In Mitra's shelter that extends to utmost distance may we dwell, unmenaced, guarded by thy care ever as sons of Varuna. Ye Mitra, urge this people on, and to one end direct their ways. Neglect not ye the wealthy chiefs, neglect not us the Rashwis. Be our guardians when ye puff the milk. Okay. Upanishad next, thank you. Okay. Taitutiri Upanishad Etanuvakam. Here we go. I'm missing. Nope, nothing. Okay, it's pretty short. That's the whole thing. Here we go. No, shalom. Pranavopang Sanama Omiti Brahma Omiti Dam Saivama Omiti Tadanukurati Hasamam Omiti Tadanukurati Hasama Pang Apyo Shravayatiyang Shravayananti. Second try. Omiti Tadanukurati Hasama Pang Apyo Shravayatiyang Shravayananti. Omiti Samani Kayananti. Shomiti Shrasatranui Sham Sananti. Some second try. These are messing me up. You're not supposed to add. Shomiti Shasatranui Sham Sananti. Omitya Tvariyuha Pratikaram Pratikranoti. Omiti Brahma Prasauti. Omitya Ganihotra Manujanganati. Omiti Brahmanoha Paravakushoyananaha Brahmopang Punapanganiti. Brahmopang Punapanganiti. Second try. And I'm gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna try it once to see if I could read the whole thing without making a mistake. I'll just try it once. If I fail, I fail. Omiti Brahmanaha Paravakushoyananaha Brahmopang Punapanganiti. Brahmopang Punapanganiti. Last try. Omiti Brahmanaha Paravakushoyananaha Brahmopang Punapanganiti. Brahmaevopa Punoti. No, shalom. Okay, so I'm gonna try to read I'm gonna read the whole thing once. See if I could do it without making a mistake. And if I do make a mistake, I'll just, get through the end. I won't stop. That'll be disrespectful. Here we go. No, shalom. Pranobopang sanama. Omiti brahman. Omiti dam saibama. Omiti etadanukurati hasama pangam. Apyo shravayatiyang shravyananti. Omiti sangmani gayananti. Shomiti shastrangannui shamsananti. Omiti atvariyuha pratikaram pratikaranoti. Omiti brahmanga prasauti. Omiti agni hotra manujang anangati. Omiti brahmanaha pravakushoyananaha brahmopanga punapanganiti. Omiti brahmanaha pravakushoyananaha brahmopanga punapanganiti. Brahmaivopanga punoti. No, shalom. I give myself a C minus on that. Etiashirtamonu vankaha. C minus, yes. Etiashirtamonu vankaha. Double check. I'm good. Okay. Om is Brahman. Om is this whole world. Om, that is compliance. As also, verily, it is well known. Upon the words, O call forth, they call forth. With Om, they sing the Saman chants. With Om, Som, they recite the invocations of praise. Shastra. With Om, the Atavarya priest utters the response. With Om, the Brahman priest utters the introductory eulogy. With Om, one assents to the Agni oblation. Om, says a Brahman about to recite, may I get the sacred word? He does get the sacred word. Thus ends the 8th Anuvangam. Okay, next and last is Shrimad Bhagavatam. I might get beat up again. Shrimad Bhagavatam is the hottest Vedic literature, period. So, it could take me 2 hours from now to finish it. I'm half flying, maybe. Okay, so Shrimad Bhagavatam next. Thank you. I'm gonna prep myself. 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely getting beat up by Shrimad Bhagavatam today. I just saw a word that was about 200 syllables long. Or I'm exaggerating. 130 syllables long. Okay, Shrimad Bhagavatam, 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I don't see the 130 syllable word here. Maybe they broke it up. Let me just double check. I'm afraid. I'm delaying as much as possible because I'm afraid. Okay, it's not 100. It's about 90 syllables. 26. Is it there? So yeah, look at that. Starts from here. 3 lines long. And that's one word. And here it looks really crazy because they put it in almost one line. It's missing seven characters at the end. It's missing from na, ra, da, da, yo, but it has everything in one line. When I looked at it, I was like, oh my friggin' god. Anyway, so that's what I have to face in about 2 hours, because this is manual labor in Sanskrit recitation. That's what this is. This is manual labor. It's really hard. This is the hardest Vedic literature, period. Shrimad Bhagavatam. Okay. I am still gonna take my break. I wasn't even prep. Sorry, I can't even speak because I'm so intimidated. I wasn't even prepping myself. I just intimidated myself even further by looking at it before I even started. Maybe that's better. But now I need a drink. Sorry. 2 minutes. Thank you. Mr. Boston Gin. You need gin but can't afford it. This is costs half as much, or everything else is twice as expensive as this. Okay, that's my free advertisement. So, if you're watching this later, just fast forward to the end just to see my expression. I might be half dead at the end of the session. It's been happening once every 2 weeks because of Shrimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, if you're watching this later, just check and see if I'm half dead at the end of the session or not. It's gonna take me 2 hours. 29 shlokas, irregular shlokas. 29 shlokas in this chapter is like 150 shlokas in regular, average Vedic literature. Here we go. No, shalom. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 佛的修天呀呵，让周邦将各大师的吧样啊， pu manando lam yang ukutasutu va yang pu manando lam yang ma bi sheshwa pu manando lam yang ma bi sheshwa. Sorry. That's what I'll do if I make a mistake, so I can take my time. pu manando lam yang ma bi sheshwa pu manando lam yang ma bi sheshwa yang badang titiya setapati yatram jang sang jyotishwam kanoish janandramang bang saha turusyatam. Second try. Ukutasutu yang pu manando lam yang ma bi sheshwa yang badang titiya setapati yatram jang sang jyotishwam kanoish janandramang bang saha turusyatam. Moving on. Tatangapi puriya vratara vratang ratha charana pati parikhataiha. Tatangapi puriya vrataratha charana puriya vrataratha. Tatangapi puriya vrataratha charana parikhataiha sabutapiha sabutasinantavang upakulaputang is the spelling. Kulaputang. I could only see it as Kulaputang. Kulaputang. Let me just double check. I don't often see that at all. Hmm. 16. Shloka 2. Where's Globotama? Oh, this is Canto 4. I need Canto 5. Okay. Sorry, I have to double check. I don't know. I don't often encounter that spelling. Okay. Gulapatam. That's what they're trying to write. Gulapatam. Why don't they just use a circle? Gulapatam. Okay. Upakulapatam. It's not Gulapatam. Upakulapatam. Because that's what it looks like to me. I'm gonna do. Which one should I choose? See, this was made from this. So if they don't have an R here, then they probably meant Kulaputang, which is not a spelling they use in Devapara Yoga anyway. Anyway, here we go. Upakulaputang yata etasyang saputatavi pabishesha bikare pasatu vayang saputatavi pabishesha bikare pasatu vayang Bhagavatam kalu suchitang etadeva kilapam etadeva kilamaham manato lakushana masicham lakushana tashicham salvam pichichinyang sangami. Second try. Tatrangapi puriya vratang tatrangapi puriya vratara tacharana parikhataiha saputapiha saputasinantavang upakulaputang yata etasyang saputatavi pabishesha vikare pasatu vayang Bhagavatam kalu suchitang etadeva kilamaham manato lakushana tashichang salvam pichichinyang sangami. Not past actually. Alright, last try anyway. Tatrangapi Puriya Varatara Charana Parikha Tai Sabata Piha Sabata Sinantava Upakalapatang Yatan Etasian Sabata Tavi Babishasha Pikare Pasatavayang Pagavan Kalu Suchitang Etadevanga Kilama Manato Lakushona Tashichan Saivam Vijinyang Sangami. Moving on. Bhagavato Gunomayam Sutura Rupa Aveshitam Manom Yagunwepi Sukushimatama Atma Jyotishvi Parem Brahmanui Bhagavati Vasudevangakya Kushamama Beshitum Tadum Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Yitumiti Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Yitumitim Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Yitumit Haitadu Guru Hasyan Nubalna Yitumitim. Second try. Bhagavato Gunomayam Sutularupang Aveshitam Mano Yagunwepi Sukushimatama Atma Jyotishvi Parem Brahmanui Bhagavati Vasudevangakya Kushamama Veshitum Tadu Haitadu Guru Hasyanubalna Yitumitim. Last try. Bhagavato Gunomayam Sutularupang Aveshitam Mano Yagunwepi Sukushimatamam Atma Jyotishvi Pare Brahmanui Bhagavati Vasudevangakya Kushamama Veshitum Tadu Haitadu Guru Hasyanubalna Yitumitim. Mashuiruvangchang Na Pai Maharaja Bhagavato Maya Gunaviputeh Ganshatam Manasang Pachasang Mati Kanantu Malam Vibhutan Yushwapi Purushasatasamata Prathanyanaiva Pugolaka Bisheshwam Namarupama Lakashanotom Namarupama Lalakashanato Noto Namarupana Lalakashanatom Namarupama Lalakashanatom Bien King Siamaha. Second try. Vashuiruvangcham Nang Pai Maharaja Bhagavato Maya Gunaviputeh Ganshutam Manasang Pachasang Patikanatumalam Vibhutan Yushwapi Purushasatasamata Prathanyanaivam Pugolakam Visheshwam Namarupama Nalakashanatom Bien King Siamaha. Last try. Na Pai Maharaja Bhagavato Maya Gunaviputeh Ganshatam Manasang Pachasang Patikanatumalam Vibhutan Yushwapi Purushasatasamata Prathanyanaiva Pugolakam Visheshwam Namarupama Lakashanatom Bien King Siamaha. Okay. Yom Payam Devi Paha Gobala Yakamala Koshan Pian Gobala Yakamala Koshan Pianantara Koshom Niyuta Yojana Vishalaha Niyuta Yojana Vishalaha Samavatulom Yatan Bushikara Patrana. Second try. Can I put this in? Yes, I can. Okay. Second try. Yo Pangayam Devi Paha Gobalaya Kamalam Gobalaya Kamala Kosha Pianantara Kosho Niyutna Yojani 요자나 니우타 요자나 비샹라흐 사마발투롬 예탕네 보실까라 파트라마 용 뻥얌 드비바흐 구발라 야까말라 록강. 정말 축하드려요. 김미몬 씨. Last try. 용 뻥얌 드비바흐 구발라 야까말라 고샹 피아는 용 뻥얌 드비바흐 구발라 야까말라 고샤 피아는 용 뻥얌 드비바흐 구발라 야까말라 고샹 피아는 따라 고쇼 니우타 요자나 비샹라흐 사마바투롬 여탕 보실까라 파트라마 야스미는 나방 발셔누이 나바 요자나 사하스트랑 양아망아나 미야실다 필망아리양당 기리피하 나바 요자나 사하스트랑 사스랑 나바 요자나 사하스랑 양아망아 미야실다 필마리양당 기리피하 수비 파그땅 아니 파바는티 No, shalom. Second try. 야스미는 나방 발셔누이 나바 요자나 사스랑 양아마니아실다 빌마리양 기리피허 나바 요자나 사스들 나바 요자나 사스랑 양아마니아실다 빌마리양 기리피허 수비 파그땅 아니 파바는티. Last try. 야스미는 나방 발셔누이 나바 요자나 사스랑 양아마니아실다 필마리양 기리피허 수비 파그땅 아니 파바는티. 에프엄 마티에 일릉 버릇담 낭마 피아는 따라 발샴 야시양 낭 피아마 바스티타흐 살바타흐 사발너흐 고라기리랑 좀 메루들 비 메룰드 비방양 마사무는 하흐 메룰드 비방양 마사 메룰드 비방양 마사무는 하흐 메룰드 비방양 마사누는 마 무느 메룰드 비방양 메룰드 비방양 마사무는 하흐 갈누이강 푸타흐 구발라야 까말라시엄 물타니 드방 드림 샤트 사스드라 요자나 비타토 드방 드림 샤트 사스람 드방 드림 샤트 사스라 요자나 비타톰 물레 쇼도샤 사스람 땅바땅는 달푸명 땅바땅는 달푸명 바라비실드해. Second try. 에슈엄 마티에 일릉 버릇담 낭마 피아는 따라 발샴 야시양 낭 피아마 바스티타흐 살바타흐 사발너흐 고라기리랑 조 메룰드 비방야 마사는 무 메룰드 비방야 마사는 마사무는 메룰드 비방야 마사무는 나하흐 갈누이강 푸타흐 구발라야 까말라시양 물타니 드방 드림 샤트 사스라 요자나 비타토 물레 쇼도샤 사스람 땅바땅는 달푸명 땅바땅는 달푸명 바라비실드해. Last try. 에슈엄 마티에 일릉 버릇담 낭마 피아는 에슈엄 마티에 일릉 버릇담 낭마 피아는 따라 발샴 야시양 낭 피아마 바스티타흐 살바타흐 사발너흐 고라기리랑 좀 메룰드 비방야 마사무는 나하흐 갈누이강 푸타흐 구발라야 Kuvalaya Kamalasya Multani Devantrim Shatasasara Yojana Vitatom Mulem Shodashasasram Tavatan Taipumyam Parapishitaha. Moving on. Oh, Shloka 8. A quarter way done. Utata rotata nuem, utata rotatare, rotatare nuem, utata rotatare nuem, utata rotatare nuem, nuelang, utata rotatare nuelang, puratam, nilaha, shavataha, sharanganga vaniti, trayum, ramya karaka, hiranan, ramya kahiranan mayakuru noem, pasho noem, Aryan girayah prangayatang upayatah kusharodang vatayo devisasra puratavam devisasra puratavam ekaikashah pulvasmat utataro dasham satikam shenam dalkyam evan hurasananti Hrasananti, sorry, this is Hra. Hrasananti, second try. Something just got loud. The vibration of the voice. The vibration sucked. Okay. Second try. Utataro langim, re nue langim. Utataro re nue. Utataro nue langim puratam. Utataro nue langim puratam. Nilaha, shivataha, sharangangavaaniti, trayo, ramyakara, ramyakahirana maya. Ramyaka hiranam mayakuru noem, pasho noem, mariandang girayah, prangayatang, upayatah, kusharodang batayom. Devisasra puratavam, devisasra puratavam, ekaikashah, pulvasamat, utataro, tasham satikam shana, makyam, dalkyam, eva, hrasananti. Sorry. Laikya. Last try. Utatare nuelang puratam nilaha shavataha sharangavaaniti trayo ramyaka hirana mayakuru. Ramyaka hirana mayakuru noem, pasha noem, mariandang girayah, prangayatang, upayatah, kusharodang vatayo, devisasra puratavam, ekaikashah, pulvasamat udataram, pulvasamat udataram, utataram, tasham tikam shanam, dalkyam eva. Hrasananti. I'm going to do it one more time. Fourth try, the absolute last try. Utatare nuelang puratam nilaha shivataha sharangavaaniti trayo ramyaka hirana mayakuru noem pasho noem marianda girayah prangayatang upayatah kusharodang vatayo devisasra pratava ekaikashah pulvasamat utataro tasham satikam shana dalkyam eva hrasananti. Moving on. Evam takushui nuen nalai ne nuen ne. Evam takushui nuen ne. Takushui nuen ne lang evam taku shui nuenne lang baratam ishatom hemaku tuam himanglayam iti prangang yatang ni lang da yot yuta yo janot setang myang ni lang da yot yuta yo ni lang da yo yuta yo janot setang ni lang da yo yuta yo janot setang Harivasha kimam purusha paratanganam Harivasha kimam purusha paratanganam Yatha sangankyama. Second try. Evam takushwe nuene lang baratam Ishato hemaku dwa himanglayang iti Praga yatang Ni la da yo yuta yo janota setang Ni la da yo yuta yo Ni la da yo yuta yo janot setang Harivasha kimam purusha paratanganam Yatha sangankyama. Last try. Evam takushwe nuene lang baratam Ishato hemaku dwa himanglayang iti Praga yatang Ni la da yo yuta yo janot setang Ni la da yo yuta yo janot setang Harivasha kimam purusha paratanganam Yatha sangankyama. That time vela burata ma parena Tathai vela burata ma parenam Pulvena cham Malya badu ganantamang adanang napanila Nishatha yatao Malya badu ganantamang adanang abanila Vishatha yatao Divisasram papratatu her Ketu mala padra shivayoha Ketu mala padra shivayoha Si manganam vidatate. Second try. Shloka 10. Tathai velana buratama parenam Pulvena cham Malyagana Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila vishatana yatao Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila vishatana yatao Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatana yatao Divisasram Papra tatuha Ketu mala padra shivayoha Ketu mala padra shivayoha Si manganam vidatate. Last try. Tathai velana buratapa Tathai velana buratama parena Pulvena cham Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatana yat. Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatana. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Oh, I'm not being targeted. Please don't target me unless you want your entire fucking nation to get destroyed. For sure. Everybody's an immigrant here, so hopefully not American. Here we go. Tathai velana buratama parenam Pulvena cham Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatha yatao Divisasram papratatuha Ketu mala padra shivayoha Si manam vidatate. Last try. Tathai velana buratama parena Tathai velana buratama parena Tathai velana buratama parena Pulvena cham Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatha yatao Malya vaduganan tamadana Vanila nishatha yatao Divisasram papratatuha Ketu mala padra shivayoha Si manganam vidatate. Manandarom Meru Manandaraha Supang Shavaha Kumudam Itya Yutam Itya Yuta Yojana Bisutang Ronanang Itya Yuta Yojana Bisutang Itya Yuta Yojana Bisutang Ronanang Meroha Chaturdishama Vashita Pigarayam Chaturdashama Vashita Pigamiraya Chaturdishama Vashita Pigam Pagirayam Chaturdishama Vashita Pagiraya Chaturdishama Vashitam Pigarayam Pagiraya. Why am I saying? That's the past life thing. So as Prabhupada, I must have pronounced this word wrong backwards. He did that a lot. Chaturdishama Vashitam Pagirayam. Upakalapatang he. Second try. Manandaro Meru Manandaraha Supang Shavaha Kumudam Itya Yuta Yojana Sitam Visitam Itya Yuta Yojana Visitam Ronanang Hanga Meroha Chaturdishama Vashita Pagirayam Chaturdishama Vashita Pagirayam Upakalapatang. Last try. Manandaro Meru Manandaraha Supang Shavaha Kumudam Itya Yuta Yojana Visitam Ronanang Hanga Meroha Chaturdishama Vashita Chaturdishama Vashita Chaturdishama Vashitam Pagirayam Upakalapatang. Moving on. Shloka 12. 40%. 1/3 done. Chaturshubhatashum Juta Jamambu Kandamambani Kurong Kurotang Shichat Varaha Juta Jamambu Kadamambaniam Juta Jamambu Kadamambaniam Juta Jamambu Kadamamban Juta Jamambu Kadamambaniam Juta Jamambu Kadamambania Guru Tanga Shichatavaraha Padama Parabaraha Pavata Ketavan Ivan Tisasra Yojanam Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Madhubita Pavitataya Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Badavita Ivan Tisasra Yojanon Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Badavita Pavitataya. Jesus. Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Badavita Pavitataya. Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Badavita Pavitataya. Ivan Tisasra Yojanonaha Setang Badavita Pavitataya. Chata Yojana Parinorma Chata Yojana Parinorhang. Okay, second try. Chaturshubhatashum Juta Jamambu Kadamambania Guru Tanga Shichatavaraha Juta Jamambu Kadamambania Guru Tanga Shichatavaraha Pada Paprabaraha Pavata Ketavan Ivanti Sasra Yojanayon Ivanti Sasra Yojanonaha Setang Badubita Ivanti Sasra Yojanonaha Setang Badubita Pavitataya. Jesus Christ. Ivanti Sasra Yojanonaha Setang Badubita Pavitataya. Chata Yojana Parinohang. Last try. Chaturshubhatashum Chu tajamambu kadamambani agurotang shechate vangrahe pangada papravaranghe pavata ketava ivangati sasra yojanonen nang setang badabita pavitataya shata yojana parina. Sorry. Hradang shechate vangrahe Biomatvi Vikushu Biomatvi Vikushura Batumatu Biomatvi Vikushura Samur Murashita Jalan Biomatvi Vikushura Samurashita Jalan Yadu Pasapashinam Yadu Pasapashina Upadavagano Yoga Shebari Yang Nui Sevanga Pavikani Paratashapa Tarayananti. Second try. Hradang Shechatu Vangrahe Biomatu Vakushu Biomatu Vikushura Samura Shirtam Biomatu Vikushura Samura Shirta Jalan Biomatu Vikushura Samura Shirta Jalan Biomatu Vikushura Samura Shirta Jalan Yadu Pasapashinam Upadeva Gano Yoga Ishvari Yang Nui Savanga Pavikani Paratasha Tarayananti. Okay, last try. Hradang Shechatu Vangrahe Biomatu Vikushura Samura Shirta Jalan Yadu Pasapashinam Upadeva Gano Yoga Ishvari Yang Nui Savanga Pavikani Paratasha Tarayananti. Moving on. Devodiyang Nangani Chang Pavananti Jatavangari Nanandanam Jaitraratam Vaiprajakam Salvato Padramiti. Second try. Devodyanangani Chang Pavananti Jatavangari Nanandanam Jaitraratam Vaiprajakam Salvato Padramiti. Yeshevambana Yeshevama Pari Yeshevamara Pari Buddha Yeshevamara Pari Buddha Saha Suralalang Mayu Tampatayam Suralalang Mayu Tampatayam Suralalang Mayu Tapatayam Upadavagana Irupagi Yamana Mabi Mahitnamana Upadavagana Irupagi Yamana Mahimana Kila Viharananti. Second try. Yeshevamara Paribrutva Saha Suralalang Lalang Mayu Tapatayam Suralalang Lalang Mayu Tampatayam Suralalang Lalang Mayu Tapatayam Suralalang Lalama Yutam Suralalang Lalama Yutapatayam. This word right here. Suralalang Lalama Yut Suralalang Lalaya Yut Suralalang Lalama Yutapatayam Suralalang Yutapatayam Upadavagana Irupagi Yamana Mahimana Kila Viharananti. Okay, last try. Yeshevamara Pariburutva Saha Suralalang Mayu Tapataya Upadavagana Irupagi Yamana Mahimana Kila Viharananti. Manandarota Sangangam Ekang Dashashang Yojanot Dunganga Deva Chu Shita Shirai So Ekadasham Ekadasha Shata Yojana Ekadasha Shata Yojano Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tutunga Devabju Tang Shirasom Ekadasha Shata Yojano Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tutunga Devabju Tashiraso Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tutunga Devabju Tashirasom Girishikara Sutulani Girishikara Sutulani Palani Amurutakarepani Patananti. Halfway through, by the way. Second try. Manandarota Sangangam Ekadasha Shata Yojana Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tunga Devaju Tashirasom Girishikara Sutulani Palani Amurutakarepani Patananti. Last try. Manandarota Sangangam Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tunga Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tunga Devaju Tashirasom Girishikara Sutulani Palani Amurutakarepani Patananti. Moving on. Des fois, Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surampi Sugananti Mahulangaru Nora Sode Naru Nudangi. Deshwam Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangi. Deshwam Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Nora Sode Denaru Nudangi. Almost. Deshwam Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulanganura Luna. Forget this word. Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi. Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Rasodenang Runodang Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Rasodenang Runodang. That almost passed, actually. Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Raso. Rasodenang Runodang Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Rusodana Rusodena Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Rasodena Runodang Nama Nadi Manundaragiri Shipkaranan Patananti. Manundaragiri Shipkaranan Patananti. Bolbenuelang Brotang Mupa Bayananti. Bolbenuelang Brotamo Palaplan. Bolbenuelang Brotamu Paplan Bayananti. Second try. The form Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Rasho. It's the line change that's messing me up, and once again that dash is not. It's Western. It's Western. It's not Sanskrit. Bishiriyamanang Mati Matura Surapi Sugananti Mahulangaru Sarodena Rasodena. That's exactly where I'm messing up. Rasodena Runodena. That's why I'm so angry. That frigging line change is messing me up. As if, reading Sanskrit itself isn't hard enough. That's why it's kind of this. Or else, I'll pull my hair out. I don't want to lose any more hair than necessary. I've been losing hair at the exact same rate as I've been growing hair. My hair goes really fast. I've been losing hair really fast. It equals out, but there's a lot of, I have to clean constantly or else. I have too much info. TMI. Okay, 1 minute, thank you. Okay. Shloka 17, but 12 away. Half, 2/3 almost. 60% done. Teshwam Pishiryamanu Mati Matura Sura Pisuganan Tiba Hulan Runo Rasodena Runodang Nadi Manandaragiri Shirkaran Nipatananti Manandaragiri Shikaran Nipatananti Pulvenuelang Brutamupapola Bayan Bayati Pulvenuelang Brutamupapla Bayati. Last try. Teshwam Pishiryamanu Mati Matura Sura Pisuganan Tiba Hulan Runo Rasodena Runodang Nadi Manandaragiri Shikaran Nipatananti Pulvenuelang Brutamupapla Bayati. Pulvenuelang Brutamupapla Pulvenuelang Brutamupapla Bayati. I almost had it right. I messed up at the last word. Story of my life, man. Yadupa Joshua de Pavan Yadupa Joshua de Pavanian Anuchari Noem Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basit Pasha Suganan Tabato Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Mabaya. Come on, dude. Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Punuya Jabanatu Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basit Pasha Suganan Tabato Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basit Pasha Suganan Tabato Dashayo Janam Samanantang Danu Samanantang Danu Bang Sayati. Second try. Yadupa Joshua de Pavanian Anuchari Nam Punuya Janabatu Namabaya. Come on, dude, Mabaya. Punuya Janabatu. And once again, where I'm messing up is the line change. Yeah, they should have put that in one line. Anyway. Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Sabasha Suganan Tabatum Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Sabasha Suganan Tabato Dashayo Janam Samanantang Danu Bang Sayati. Last try. Shloka 18. 11 away, I think. Yadupa Joshua de Pavanian. Come on, dude. Shalom. What is that energy? Nicotine. I mean, whatever that energy is, nicotine takes care of it. Nah, I've told you too much. Anti-demoniac in certain cases. This is the case. Did you hear it? Do you hear that? Yadupa Joshua de Pavanian Anuchari Noem Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basapashadu Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basapashadu Spasha Su Punuya Janabatu Namabaya Basapasha Sukananta Punuyajana Batu Namavaya Basapasha Suganan Tabangatum Dashayojanam Samanantang Danubang Sayati Samanantang Danubang Sayati. Absolute last shrine. Fourth shrine. Yadu Pajo Shoda the Pabanganiam Anuchari Noem Punuyajana Batu Namavaya Basapasha Suganan Tabangato Dashayojanam Samanantang Dunu Tanu Samanantang Danubang Sayati. And once again, I messed up at the last word. The story of my life. Like the guy who messes up just before the finishing line. The sprinter who messes up at the finish, just before the finishing line. He was gonna be the first. No, he didn't get placed at all. That's my story. How about you? That's the story of my life. How about you? There we go. Shloka 19, first try. I'm gonna take a little break. This is a lot, man. This is manual labor in reciting Sanskrit. Shrimad Bhagavatam, especially book 5, I'm gonna say. Chapter 16, 29 total. Alright, 19, 11 left. 11. First try. Evam Jamubu Palana Mati Uchara Jani. Jamubu Palana Mati Uchari Pangatang Bishil Nang Mana Sati Pang Prang Yan Mi Pakaya Nipang Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangati Patang. Why am I saying Pati? This is clearly Patang. As Prabhupada was I saying it as Pati? Because he did a lot of stuff like that, I found out. Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangata Bishilna Manasati Prana Prayana Mi Pakayani Panam. Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangata Bishilna Manasati Prayana Mi Paka. I must have, as Prabhupada, if he said it as P, I would not be surprised. I'm actually mad at him. Mad at my past life, past self. Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangata Bishilna Manasati Prayana Mi Paka. It's not P. This is Pa. What the heck is wrong with myself? This is Pa. It's not P. And the reason why I'm saying P is probably because Prabhupada said it. Prabhupada said it, not me. Mad at my past former self. Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangata Bishilna Manasati Prayana Mi Pakayana. And also the line change, that dash there, once again, that dash I cannot highlight. That does not belong there. Evam Jamambu Palana Mati Chani Pangata Bishilna Manasati Prayana Mi Pakayani Panam. Asena Jamambu Nama Nadi Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Da Bani Lato Talo Tale from the arrow. Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yutan Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Da Bani Nitale Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yutan Yojana Da Bani Tale Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Dava Ni Dale. Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Dava Ni Dale. Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Dava Ni Dale. Meru Manandara Shikara Da Yuta Yojana Bana Davan. It's like fighting with my past self. I'm fighting with Prabhupada's mispronunciations, so many of them. Merumanandara Shikara, Merumanandara Shikara da Yutang, Merumanandara Shikara da Yutta Yojana da Bani Dalim, Merumanandara Shikara da Yutang. Come on, dude. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutta Yojana da Bani Dalim. He must have said it as V. I cannot say Va for the life of me. He says Va. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutta Yojana da Bani Dalim. Once more. Merumanandara Shikara Yutta Yojana da Batani Dalim. Bani Dalim. Merumanandara Shikara Yutta Yojana da Bani Dalim. Moving on. Nipatananti Takoshuinuanam Atamanam Yang Abadilang Vratamupasyananda Yati. Yang Abadilang Vratamupasyananda Yati. Second time. Manual labor in Sanskrit recitation. That's exactly what I'm doing. This is the hottest Vedic literature, period. Shrimad Bhagavatam. Evam Jamambu Palanga Matthew Janipa Tabishil Nang Manasati Prayana Map. Friggin' Western line change. That's what I'm gonna call it. The Western line change. The Western dash. Does not belong in Sanskrit. It's like, you got a broken Lego piece and you have to try to work out with it. Broken Lego piece. The Western dash. Makes me mad. I don't know why. It's not me getting mad. It's my soul getting mad. So it's deeper than myself. It's like my God within myself is going, what the fuck, man? I'm laughing because that's half the truth. The soul in my God is going, what the fuck is a Western? So I apologize. It's not me, it's the God within me who's going, that Western dash does not belong there. So it's been messing me up. And I'm getting beat up by Shrimad Bhagavatam more than necessary because the Western change. Evam Jamubu Palana Matthew Janipa Tabishil Na Manasati Prayana Mip. Guess where I messed up? This is like fourth time now, have I proven myself enough? The line change, the Western line change, that's what I'm going to call that from. The Western line change is what I messed up. They should have just put that in one line. Forget, that whole space there and put that in one line. That's what I would have done. I mean, if the word is like 4 lines long, then yeah, you could use a dash at that point. But not when it's just missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, I don't know. I'm talking too much. Here we go. Shloka 19, first try. Evam Jamubu Palana Matthew Janipa Tabishil Na Manasati Prayana Mipaka Yanipana. If these, I've said this like 1,000 times, but if these characters have been right there next to this character, if this was one word, instead of 2 lines, one word, I'd have been over here by now. Okay, here we go. Evam Jamubu Palana Matthew Janipa Tabishi Na Manasati Prayana Mipaka Yanipana. Forget that word. Jamubu Palana Matthew Janipa Tabishi Na Manasati Prayana Mipaka Yanipana. Almost. P, pa, mi pa, ka, yang. Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pata Bishil Na Manasati Prayana Mi Pakayam Nimani Dipana Mi Pakaya Nipanam. I hate the fact that they made it into 2 lines. I really do. I hate it too. I hate it too. If you have an enemy that you hate the most, that's how much I hate it. I hate the fact that they made it into 2 lines. More than anything, I have no enemies right now, and I just made an enemy out of this friggin' broken word. Jamumbu Palana Matthew Jamumbu Palana Matthew Jani Pata Bishil Na Manasati Prayana Mi Pakayan Nipanam. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I wish I didn't mess up I wish I messed up somewhere here. But every time I'm messing up at the line change. At the line change. At the line friggin' change. That whoever, it's probably AI. I don't think this is human done. Shame on you, AI. Shame on you, AI. Everyone, Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Panta Bishil Na Manasati Prayana Mi Pakaya Nipanam Asena Jamambu Nama Nadi Merunanandarashi Dashikaram Merumanandarashikara Dayu. And once again, I'm messing up at the line change. Why did that make it into 2 lines? They should have just, wasted that space and put that into 1 friggin' line, 1 word. It's not 2 words. There's no need to break it into 2 friggin' lines unless it's 200 syllables. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayom Merumanandara Shikara Yutayo Jana Daba Nitalem. Jesus Christ. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana Daba Nitalem Nipatananti Takoshuino Tamanam. This is another one. Look at this. Why did that make it into 2 lines? I don't fucking understand. Are they aware that they're writing Sanskrit? It doesn't look like it. Okay, last try. As if reading Sanskrit in the Aryan accent is not hard enough. As if reading Sanskrit in the Aryan yeah, as if reading the Sanskrit language in the original alien dialect, outer space dialect is not hard enough to have to friggin' divide it into 2 lines of, You see that word there that I highlighted? There is no reason at all why they made that into 2 lines. There's not a single reason. The only cause that is affecting is degradation of the Sanskrit language itself. Why did they make that into 2 lines? That 1 word that I highlighted. Why did that make it into 2 lines? I don't fucking understand. If you know a reason, please comment. Thank you. Unsubscribe and unlike. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm sorry. I'm one of the 10 people in the whole entire friggin' world who knows how to do this anyway. So if you lose me, you got 9 people. You have 9. Fucker. I love you. Fucker. Here we go. Evan Jamambu Palana Matthew Chitaripan Jani. I am so afraid of the line change and I'm messing up beforehand. Jamambu Palana Matthew Chitaripan Tabishi na Manasati Prayana Mipaka Yani Panam Rasena Jamambu Nadi Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Nitalim. Yeah, all the mistakes are coming from the line change. You know, they could have made that into one line, but no, they don't know shit about Sanskrit. I'm sorry. They don't know shit about Sanskrit. Merumanandara Shikara Yutayam. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Bat Nitalim. It's better for me to have it's better for me to have the arrow there, because that is messing this word up. I hope that makes sense. This is making the rest of the word up for me. So I must point my arrows right there, or my arrow, one single arrow, sorry. Merumanandara Shikara Yutayom. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitalem. Once more. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitalem. Da Vitalem. Da Vitalem. Once more. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitalem. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitalem. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitalem. I'm gonna say the whole thing one more time after this, because I just spoke something in this reality. Speech can break realities. Dipatananti takoshwinwena tamanam yabadilang yabadilang brotamupasyanan dayati. Fourth try, the absolute last try. Evan Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani. Evan Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi na Manasati Prayan. Oh God. Evan Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi na Manasati Prayan. Oh God. God help me. Evan Jamambu Pang Matthew Jani Pang Tabishi Nang. Something about this reality which is blocking me from saying whatever I'm saying, besides the fact that it's broken into many friggin' lines. One word broken into 2 lines. Unacceptable unless it's more than 50 syllables. Evan Jamambu Pang Evam Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi no Manasati Prayana mi papa. Evam Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi. Evam Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi no Manasati Prayana pimak. The line changes exactly where I messed up. Evam Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi na Manasati Prayan. Oh God, come on. I really wish that they had put this into friggin' one single fucking line instead of 2 fucking lines. Evam Jamambu Palana Matthew Jani Pangatabishi na Manasati Prayana Mipaka Yani Panam Rasena Jamambu Nadi Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Panitale. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vanitale. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vitale. Come on. Merumanandara Shikara. Oh yeah, so what I did was put the arrow there, because that doesn't belong anywhere. This is not even, this is shit basically. Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Vatanile. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayom. Merumanandara Shikara da Yutayo Jana da Van. Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Davan Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Davan. Like, the only words that I'm having fucking trouble with is when they broke the fucking word into 2 fucking lines when they shouldn't have. Unless the word is more than 50 fucking syllables, they have no reason to break the fucking word up into 2 fucking lines. And that's where I'm messing up all the fucking time. To the point that I'm saying, I'm dropping the F-bomb every other fucking sentence now. I am so sorry. It's not my fault. Whoever fucking did this, if your whole fucking family dies, I wouldn't even fucking care at this point. How dare you break this into 2 fucking lines? No, shalom. Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Dabada Nitalem. Fucking human. Fucking human. Fucking human. You fucking human. You stupid fucking human. You fucking human. Human. You fucking human. Human. It's the smell. Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Damba. Fucking fuck you. Whoever fucking broke this word into 2 whoever did this, whoever broke that word into 2 fucking lines, if anything bad happened to you, here's Karma's answer. How dare you? How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you break that word into 2 lines? If anything bad is happening to you, Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Dabat Nitale. Fucking Merumanandara Shikarada Yuta Yojana Dabanitalim Dipatananti Takushuenwanang Atamanam Yangabadilang Boratambu Pasiadada Janandayati. From the arrow. I apologize for my anger, but you know what? This fucker, if he does not belong in hell, I'll be surprised actually. Oh, wow. How did you end up with overcoming that sin? It's like carelessness to the X degree. That's what it means to me. It's carelessness to the X degree. That's what it means to me. I apologize. Moving on. 10 left. Alright, there is no broken words here. So you're gonna actually, like, this is my test right now. There's no broken words here. You see that broken word there? Like, this is supposed to be 1 line. They broke it into 2 lines. So there's no such thing here. This is Shloka 20. This is my test. This is what I'm talking about. Here we go. Davadu pai. Davadu payorapim. Rota soriyang. Murata tikang. Dadra senang nubitiamanang. Dadra senang nubitiamanang. Bariang, this is a hard word actually. Bayaba samyo, bayaba kamsam, bayaba kamsa, bayaba samyo gabipa kenam, sadamara loka paranam, jamambu nadam, nama subanam pavati. Okay, second try. So that is a really hard word. Bye kasam. Dabadu payorapi. Rotasoriyang. Morototikang, Tadra Senang Nubitiang, Tadra Senang Nubitiamang Nang, Baya, 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 Gubang, Baya, 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 Bas, Baya, Basamka, Baya, Basa, Baya, Baka, Baya, Bakasam Yoga Bipaya, Baya, 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 Basam, Baya, Basam, Baya, Basaka, Baya, Bakam. This is so, I said before, test me. For some reason, this is the hardest fucking word I've ever pronounced. Bye, 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 baka, bye, baka, samyoga, bye, bye, baka, samyoga, bipakena, bye, baka, samyoga, bipakena, sadamara loka, paranam, jambu, nadam, nama, subanam, pavati. Last try. What the fuck, man? What? Like I said, test me, there's no broken words here. And then all of a sudden, the hardest fucking word shows up. 땅바도 파요라삐, 로타소리양, 머르뜨디깡, 다드라세나 누비티아망, 바야바카 삼요, 바야바카 삼요가 비빵케나 사다마라 로깡 파라넘 장암부 나담 나마 수발넘 파바티. Moving on. 야두 방방 미부탕 다야헤 상하 유바티 필 무꿀 유바티 필 무꿀 까뜨 깡 tu이 까까투이 수구리 수트롱 링 파라노 루페는 유바티 필 무뚜까 무꿀 유바티 필 무꿀 까뜨 까뜨 까까뜨 까까뜨. And once again, why the need to make that into 2 lines, other than to mess up the reciter? You're just, the only thing the person did by breaking this one word and one snake into 2 snakes, as I call it, one word into two lines, is to mess up somebody like me who knows how to say it. 유바티 필무구떠 까떠 유바티 필무구떠 까떠 까떠 유바티 필무구떠 까떠 까까뚜이 수수 유바티 필무구떠 까떠 까떠 까까뚜 유바티 필무구떠 까떠 까까뚜이 수드렁 링 파라너루 빼너 칼루 타라야는티. I fucking hate. Every time I fucking make a mistake, it's the line change where it shouldn't have been. Why couldn't they, waste that space right there and make it into 1 line? Stupid human. It's the only places I'm messing up to the point that I'm getting angry. The only fucking place that I'm messing up is when they're doing this line change. Why the need for a line change? I don't fucking understand. They don't know shit about it. Whoever did this don't know shit about Aryan Sanskrit. And if he says, no, I don't know shit about Aryan Sanskrit, he's blessed. But that's his test, Like people come up to me and say like, oh, I know more Sanskrit than you. Fuck you. You don't know anything about Sanskrit. You don't know shit about Sanskrit. The only thing you know is Hindi. You know Hindi. You don't know shit about Sanskrit. You don't know shit about Aryan Sanskrit, And whoever did this, the word that I highlighted is an example. Whoever accepts this as a normal form of Aryan Sanskrit, fuck you, and you don't know shit about Sanskrit, period. And they come up to me and say, oh, you don't know, you're learning, but Lose your fucking pride and learn. Lose your fucking pride, because your pride is making your IQ lower than 85. Anyway, second try. Yeah, I'm just mad at the fact that this word is in 2 lines. This whole thing is stemming from this fact. I hope that makes sense to somebody. It's like being perverted to the point that I cannot even express myself without dropping the F-bomb. It's serious. It's very, very serious. It shows that whoever did this doesn't know anything about Sanskrit. They just copy it and paste it, basically. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakang. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakatu itu. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakatu. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakatu isu drang dia parana rupena. Yuvati pilmukutta kata katang. Yuvati pilmukutta kata. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakatui. Yuvati pilmukutta kata kakatui sudrang dia parana rupena kalu tarayananti. Last try. I have nothing else but curses for whoever made that word into 2 lines. I have nothing but curses for whoever made that one word into 2 lines. I cannot express in words how much angry I am. Road rage. Like I don't know how to drive, so I don't know what road rage is. But this is like road rage times 100. Because I cannot even express in words how angry I am at the fact that this must have been a perverted individual, or somebody who doesn't know shit about Sanskrit, a perverted individual, somebody who's on the sex offender list, or somebody who doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. So either way, it makes me so angry. It's like, double whammy in the wrong way. That's what's happening. That's why I'm so angry. Because there's only 2 reasons why somebody would do this. There's only 2 reasons why someone would divide this word into 2 lines. There's only 2 reasons. Number 1, I'll say the soft one first. Number 1, the individual doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. The individual doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. Like, this is done by AI. That's why, I'm like, oh, dude, AI must have done it. Like, whoever did this is like Google Translator. This is like Google Translator for Devanagari, basically. And if you're an Indian laughing at this, I think your whole family is going to heaven because you know how to enjoy life. This is fucked up. Okay, that's number 1. Whoever did this doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. Reason number 2, if the individual knows Sanskrit, whoever did this is so perverse to the point that I cannot even express some words. So I have only 2 ways of explaining what happened there. If you have another way, comment please. If you know what happened, please comment. If another government got involved, they saw how potential it could cause what do you call it, like superpowers or something, and they wanted to repress it, so they broke it up in purpose. Like, that'll be a third reason, but I don't go that far when it comes to Sanskrit anymore. It's just really sad. That's why I'm messing it. Alright, here we go. Yatu Yivati pilmukutta muka mutkata. Yivati pilmukutta kata kakatu isu drang dia parana rupena kalu tarayananti. Moving on. 7 left. Yasutu kadamamba. Okay, so this one only has one word that has that is divided into two lines. You could tell, by observing what I'm doing, you could tell I'm not lying to you. I'm telling the truth. The fucking Western line break is, line change. The Western line change is messing me up to no end, to the point that I'm actually really fucking mad. Yes, tu kataman bah supang shabaniru tua yang setarasiam kotara piom bini hasutang bini hasertang pancang yang mapari no hang pancang matutang ra supang shabashikang ra te patanantio pare no te manani lang namilang bertamanu mudayananti supang shabashikara te patanantio pare no te manani lang bertamanu mudayananti. Cool. Okay, second try. Sloka 22. 29 is the last one. 701. Help me God. Yes, it do. Was there a reason why they made that word into two lines? They couldn't add that there somewhere and make it a little longer? I don't know, man. This is why I get mad. You're unreasonably getting mad. Write in the comments, please. Thank you. Yes, do. Kadamambah supang shabandiru for yasatasing kotarapium bini hasertang pancang yama parino hang pancang matutang ra supang shabashikara at mapatanantio. Yep. Guess where I messed up? Guess where I fucking messed up? Supang shabashikara pat fucking A, man. They couldn't have put that like right there, because that's where I'm messing up. If I didn't mess up, I wouldn't say anything. But every time I'm messing up, guess what? It's the Western line change. The friggin' dash. The Western line change. If the word is more than 50 syllables, yes, you have every reason to break it into lines. But what the fuck, dude? You couldn't add that 3 character there? I'm sorry. Fuck, I get mad. Because I know I'm gonna mess up. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te mananilang porotamanu mutayananti. One more. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te mananilang. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te mananimal namilang. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te mananilang manamilang. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te manamilang borotamanu mutayananti. Last try. Fuck you. Whoever broke this into 2 lines, not one word into that friggin' 2 lines. I highlighted it so you could see it. And whoever broke it into 2 lines, fuck you. What happened to my monitor? Fuck. I'm wasting my time because somebody did that. You're not supposed to do that. That's my point here. You're not supposed to fucking break words into 2, 3, 4 lines. Unless this, word is like 50 fucking syllables. Supang shabashikara te patanantio parena te manamilang borotamanu mudayananti. Moving on. Yang yupa yunjang yang yupa yunjang nang bukanilbang asito ba yoha samanantang che chata yojana manuwa sayati. Once again, why did you break it into 2 lines? the only thing it contributes is to the mess up of the reciter. You're messing up the reciter, fucker. I'm sorry. 사마는 땅아ጭ 찼다용 사마는 땅아ጭ 찼다 요자나 누 마누 사마는 땅아ጭ 찼다 요자나 마누 방아사야티. Fucking fuck you, whoever did that. Whoever made that word into 2 lines, as you could see, it's highlighted. I fucking highlighted it just to show. Fuck you. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Fuck you. I have nothing better to say. For this, because there's only 2 reasons, once again, that somebody would do this. One, a person who did it has no fucking clue about anything about Sanskrit. He has no clue. He's like, if you don't know Sanskrit, that's the guy who did this. It's making me laugh because it must be true, or half of it must be true. Or if reason number 1 is not the truth, then reason number 2 is the truth, which means a person has to be so perverted that he must be on the sex offender list. That's the only reason why somebody would do this. He's so perverted to the point that he does this. So either somebody who broke that word into 2 lines, as I've highlighted there, has no fucking idea about Sanskrit. That's reason number 1. And or he's so perverted to the point that he must be on the sex offender list. That's why I'm so mad. I hope somebody gets it. If somebody, I understand why he's so mad. Not only are you gonna go to heaven, your whole nation might go to heaven. Because, you just acknowledge something that you're not supposed to acknowledge as a human being. You must be something higher than a human being. So who would break this word into 2 lines unless he doesn't know shit about Sanskrit, and or he's so fucking perverted that he must be on the sex offender list. It's making me laugh. Both of the reasons are making me laugh because half of it must be true. So, half of the reason must be that he doesn't know shit about Sanskrit and he's on the sex offender. Whoever did this is a criminal. Oh yeah, probably he doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. That's why I keep on saying it must be AI who did it. If it's AI who did this, then I really have nothing to say about that. That would be like the story of my life once again. It's like, oh, in the end, it turned out to be like, an accident. Oh, really? Yeah, an AI. So that's reason number 3. An AI did it. AI did this. So it looks like, it does look like what Google Translate would translate certain phrases or terminologies. That's what it looks like to me too. So I would say, but at this point, I would say this website, sanskritdocuments.org, Sanskrit documents, one word, .org. This whole website is operated by AI. This was done by AI. That's 133% possibility right now. Not too high, but not too low. Anyway, second try. 유방윤정 북한일방 시동방 유허 사만은 땅 oh fuck you. That's exactly where I messed up. Fucking fuck. 사만은 땅 찼다 요자나 무만음 사만은 땅 찼다 요자나 마누 방아사야티. Moving on. 에방 고무단. Okay, so this has this word. That's where I'm gonna mess up. Just letting you know. I'm gonna mess up because, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to divide a word into 2 lines unless it's like 50 syllables or higher, or something like that. Evan Kumudan Niru Chua Yaho Shatayo Shatabaru. I'm just afraid of getting there now. Shatabaru Sho Nangman Shatabaru Sho Nangman Matasatasiam Sukanan Tepio Ni Ji Nang. Here we go. Biodati matu Biodati matu mul kratang Biodati matu kratang mudver는 diamon bara shayang sanang bara parano dayaho. Almost. Biodati mutu Biodati matu Biodati matu krata gudver는 biang Biodati matu krata mud Biodati matu krata mud Biodati matu krata gudver는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. Biodati matu krata gudver는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. Biodati matu krata mud Biodati matu krata gudo Biodati matu krata gudo는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. 살방 에바 까마두 강 나당 해. 고무다 그랑아다 바타는 따라스 담무트 따레 누에랑에 버릇당 무빵 요자야는디. What a word. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatata mutaruan mutare nuelang berata mutpang yojayananti. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatata mutare nuelang berata mutpang yojayananti. Kumudang kurangata patanan tatas. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatata. Stang mutte. Kumudang kurang ata patanan tasatang mutatat mutitang. Kumudang kurang ata patanan tasatang mutatat tare nuelang. Kumudang kurang ata patanan tasatata mutaruen mutangare. Kumudang kurang ata patanan tasatata mutare nuelang berata mupa yojayananti. Okay, second try. Shoka 24. Last one is 29. About 5, 6 away. Evam Kumudan Iru Tua Yahu Shatavarasho Nangma Batasatasian Sukana Tapio Ni Ji Nang Biodati Matu Krata Guda Nang Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. Almost. Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. One more. Biodati matu krata guda는 Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shang. Biodati matu krata guda는 bara. Oh, come on, dude. Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shang. Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. What the fuck? Biodati matu krata guda는 diamon bara shayang sanang parano dayaho. 살방 에바 까마두 강 나당 해. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatata mutu taruan para tare nue. Kumudang kurangata patanan tat. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatata. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasata mutu tare nue. Kumudang kurangata patanan tasatat mutu tare. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasatata Mutata Nue Lang. Come on. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Tare Nue. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Tare Nue. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Tare Nue. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Lang Buddha Tampaya Payoya Jayananti. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Lang Buddha Payo Jayananti. Come on. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata no Tare. So this is where I say, as Prabhupada, I must have pronounced this fucking word wrong. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Tare, not Tarang. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Lang Buddha Payoya Jayanti. It's really fighting with my past self, who was ignorant compared to my knowledge of Sanskrit. I dare say, Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Lang Buddha Payo Jayanti. Once more. Kumudang Garangata Patanan Tasata Mutata Nue Lang Buddha Payo Jayanti. Okay. Last try. I ran out of coffee. 29 is the last one. This is 24. So 24, 6 more to go. Last try on the shloka. Irregular shlokas. A regular shloka, traditional shloka consists of 2 sentences or two halves. This is just for everywhere. If you don't know anything about Sanskrit, you're listening to the hardest Sanskrit, recitation on earth, on the earth, whatever you call it. It's beating the crap out of me. That's my point. That's why I'm getting extra mad at the person that, divides a word into 2 lines. Unless the word is like more than 50 syllables, then I understand you're running out of physical space. But when you can put that into 1 line, I would have sacrificed that space and put it into 1 line. Just me though. So that's why I keep on saying this must have been done by AI. Because if it's a human being, 1, he doesn't know shit about Sanskrit. 2, or his so perverse to the point he should be on the sex offender list. What is it? Deduction. The result of deduction. Here we go. Evam Kumudani Rud for Yaho Shadavarasho Nangama Batasatasian Sukaran Tapio Ni Nang Biodati Motu Matu. Biodati Matu Krota Guda Nanang Biodati Matu Krota Guda Nanang Diamambara Shayang Sanang Parano Dayahu. Once more, I got that right, I think. Biodati Matu Krota Guda Nanang Biodati Matu Krota Guda Nanang Diamambara Shayang Sanang Parano Dayahu Salvan Eva Kamadukhange Nadahe Kumudang Grant Patan Tasata Mutaru Mutar Nuelang Bertamupayo Jayananti. So if anybody knows Prabhupada still, because he would have been 150 years old right now if he were still alive. If you could verify that he used to say Tarang instead of Tare, comment please. Thank you. That's fucking messing me up. Kumudang Karangata Patanan Tasatan Buddha Tare Noe. So he must have thought I know it because it's easier to say it that way. Kumudang Gurata Patanantang Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti almost. Kumudang Gurata Patanantarasat Tasatang Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti almost. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti almost. No, Shalom, help me. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti. Come on, if you lose me, you have nobody else to say these things. I'm talking to the Mother Earth right now. It's like, to help me. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti. Once more. That was good. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti. Moving on. Okay, so my God wants me to say this one more time. Fourth try, the absolute last try. Not Shalom. Evam Kumudang Evam Kumudang Evam Kumudaniru Tua Yah Shatavarasho Nama Patasatasian Sukanan Tapio Niji Nang Biodati Matu Krata Gudva Nang Diamambara Shayang Sana Parano Dayah Saiban Eva Kamadukang Nadang. I'm gonna say it from here again. Biodati Matu Krata Gudva Nang Diamambara Shayang Sana Parano Dayah Saiban Eva Kamadukang Nadang Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Tare. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo. Kumudang Gurata Patanantang. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang. Kumudang Gurata Patanantang. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang. Kumudang Gurata Patanantasatang Buddha Nuelang Buddha Mupayo Jayananti. Okay, moving on. Nyano Pajuswa no Nangam Na Katang Chidapi Parajang Nangam Pali Palita Kala Mga Basabang Sabeda Daulgan and Tiang Charama Piang. Oh, okay, that's challenging. Jang Maya Muratiyoshi Toshana by Nuyo Sapalgang Daya Sutan Babi Sheshwe. Okay. Palita Kalamai. Palita Kalama Sebedang Daulgan Tia Jarang Mayang Muratiyoshi Toshana by Nuyo Pasalgang Daya Sutan Babi Sheshwe. Palita Kalama Sebeda Daulgan Palita Kalama Palita Kalama Sebe Palita Kalama Sebada. Come on. Kalama Palita Kalama Sebeda Daulgan Tia Jarang Maya Muratiyoshi Toshana by Valnia Sapalgang Dayasutan Pavi Sheshwe. Almost. Palita Kalama Basute Ma Bamang. Come on. Kalama Palita Kalama Sebeda Daulgan Tia Jarang Palita Kalama Bos Kalama Palita Kalama Sebedan Palita Kalama Sebeda Daulgan Tia Jarang Maya Muratiyoshi Toshana by Valnia Salgang Dayasutang Pavisheshwe. Bali Takalama was a Bali Takalama Saveda Daviganantia Jara Maya Murtioshi Toshana by Valnia Pasagan Dayasatan Pabishashwe Pavananti Yavaji Bam Sukam Dirati Shaya Mevan Dirati Shaya Mevan. Second try. Shloka 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. Almost home stretch. Before home stretch. That's exactly where I am. Yang no paju shwe noe nang katang chidapi prajang nang pali takalama pas. Oh, come on. Come on, mind. Expand. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaramaya murtioshi toshana by baunio sagai baunio pasaigan baunio pasaigan dayasatang pavishashwe Pali takalama sabe Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaramaya murtioshi toshana by baunio pasaigan dayasatang pavishashwe Pavananti ya pajuji bam sukam nirati shayam. Okay, last try. I might do another one, like fourth try. This is the third try now, last try. No pajushwe no nang kadang chidapi prajang nang Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaramaya my. Guess where I messed up? The line change. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaramaya borotioshi toshana by valnia pasalganga dayaseba. And of course my music goes down. I've been listening to music the whole time. And guess what? My music just went down. So that's what I call kaima. Kaima, I'm fighting against kaima. Kaima says you have some price to pay. I go, take that, motherfucker. Anyway, here we go. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jara maya murtioshi toshana by valnia pasalgana dayasatang pavishashwe. Almost. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jara maya murtioshi toshana by valnia pasalgana dayasatang pavishashwe. Almost. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Pali takalama saveda davigia ganantiam. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Pali takalama sabedan. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jara maya murtioshi toshana by valnia pasalgana dayasatang pavishashwe. Pavananti ya vajaji bam sukam nirati shayam. Fourth try, the absolute last try. Yep, 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's been 2 hours. No pajushwe no nang kadang chidapi prajang nang Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaranga. Pali takalama sabedan. Pali takalaban kalaman. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jaramaya. Pali takalama. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Pali takalama. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Pali takalama. Pali takalama saveda davigan. Jesus Christ. I blame this on Prabhupada actually. Pali takalama saveda daviganantia jara maya murtioshi toshana by valnia pasalgana dayasatang pavishashwe. Pali takalama saveda Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Yeah, I'm sorry. Ya no pajushwa no nami no kadang chidapi parjang nami Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul ganan tia jarang. Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul daul. Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul. Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul ganan tia. Pali palita kalamasa Veda daul ganan tia jara maya murtiyoshi toshino vaivamniya pasalga dayasata pavisheshwa pavananti ya vajaji vam sukham niratishayat niratishayamevan. As if, reading Sanskrit itself isn't hard enough, you have to deal with this Western line changes. It shouldn't belong there. Okay, Shloka 26. This is the hardest word. The entire chapter is 3 lines long. And I don't mind that, They had to break that into 3 lines. I don't mind that. But not in cases like this one. Like this one. You shouldn't break that into 2 lines at all. It's making me so mad. Okay, here we go. 26. Kuranganga kuraraku sumam pak vaikangang katri kuta shishira patanganga ruchakani shata tashini vangsaka pila shangaka vaidurya jaruti hamsara shapanagakalanjara naradadayo. That's the whole word. It's gonna take me if it takes me like 10 minutes. Sounds about right. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pakaika kuranganga kurara kusumum pap baikang. Why is somebody outside fucking targeting me? Stop targeting me, you fucking asshole. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pak baikang. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pak baikang. Kuranganga kuraram. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pak baikang katriku tashishira patanganga ruchaka nishatashini vasaka pila shangaka vaidurya jaruti hamsara shapanagaka lanjana ranjara naradadayo. Yeah, it's gonna take me a long time. This is the word I'm trying to pronounce. It's about that's 10 syllables, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 syllables, I'll say. 80 or more. Kuranga kurara kusumam pabaikangan katriku tashiri shishira patanganga ruchakani shatashini bangsaka pila shangaka maidurya jaruti hamsara shapanagaka lanjara naradadayo. Kuranga kurara kus Kuranga kurara kusumam pabaikangan katriku tashishira patanganga ruchakani shatitashi ruchakani shatashini vangsaka pila shangaka vaidurya jaruti hamsa rosha panagaka lanjara naradadayo. It's gonna take me a long time. If it takes me longer than 10 minutes, sounds about right. Oh my god, this is the hardest word in the entire chapter. Kuranganga kurara kusum. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavaika kangeng. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pang. 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은가 뜨리꾸 떠시리 시시랑 바땅은가 로찌까니 셔티시니 방아사카필라 샹은카 마이두리아자 루티 함사를 브루셔파낭가 깡란자라라 란자라나라당하다요 꾸랑인가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은 깡을 뜨리고 떠시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까니 셔타시니 방사 까필라 샹은 카마이두리아자 루티 삼사 함사로 셔 파나가 깡란자라나 간자라나라당하다요 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문방 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은가 뜨리꾸 떠시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까니 셔티치니 방사까필라 샹은카 마이두리아자 루티 함사로 셔 파낭가 깡란자라나라 당하다요 나라다다요. I might have to take a break. I have to use the restroom pretty soon. Yeah, this is the hardest one in the entire chapter. After this, everything is easy. Everything is easy compared to this. This is impossible, actually. If I actually say it, and within the next 15 minutes, it's a miracle. 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파인 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은가 드리꾸 떠시시라 빠땅은가 로찌까니 셔티까시 티까니 셔타치 루찌까니 셔타시니 루찌까니 셔타시 루찌까니 셔타시니 방사까필랑 샹은카 마이두리아자 루티 함사로 셔 파나가 깡란자라나 따라따다양 나라당하다요 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파에 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은깡 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이 깡은까 뜨리꾸 떠시시라 바탕은가 로짜까니 셔타시니 방사까니 까필라 루짜까니 샤티까 루짜까니 셔땅 루짜까니 셔타시니 방사까필라 샹은카 마이두리아자 루티 함사로 셔트파나 함사로 셔파나가 깡란자라당 함사로 셔파나가 깡란 함사로 셔파나가 깡란자라당하다당야 나라당하다요 함사로 셔파나가 깡란자나 란자라당 나라당하다요. Fucking amen. I have to use the restroom. So after this try, I'm not even gonna. Yeah. 함사로 셔파나가 깡란자나 란자란 함사로 셔파나가 깡란자라나 라당하다요. Alright, so I haven't even gone through it once yet. This is one word. I have to say it in one go. I cannot break it up into 3 lines. It's not Sanskrit. So I'm gonna have to take a break. It'll take me a long time to get it right. I have to do it 2 more times. I have to do it total 3 times. I just found that. Alright, so 2-minute break. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Just 4 more to go. This is the hardest in the entire chapter. How timely. This is like the final boss of the whole thing. That one word right there, divided into 3 lines. That's the final boss. Everything is like extra. It's really easy. Nothing is nothing. Everything else comes after that. It's nothing. The final boss. There we go. Yeah, well, so I'm gonna use canvas. That's add to my spiritual attribute, so I could get through. Weapon of your choice in your non-dominant hand. Sure, reciting Sanskrit, you're not fighting anything. But you need it. You need your weapon in your non-dominant hand. Okay. Here we go. 꾸랑은감 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸문 꾸수문 팡 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이깡은가 드리꾸 떠시시라 빠땅은가 루찌까니셔 타시니방 루찌까니셔 타시니방 사카필라상은 카바이두리아자루티 삼하 함상 자루티 함상루셔 파나가나가가 함사루샤 파나가까 란자라 나라당다요 함사루샤 파나약 함사루샤 파나가까 란자라 나라당다요 함사루샤 파나가까 란자라 나라당다요. It's the hardest word. 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이깡은가 뜨리꾸 뜨시시라 빠땅은가 루짝가니셔 타시니방 사카필라 장은카바이두 리아자 루티 함사루셔 파낭아가가 라자라 나다다다요. I'm out of breath. I almost got it right. 꾸랑은가 꾸꾸란 꾸꾸라라 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이깡은가 뜨리꾸 뜨시시랑 빠땅은가 루짝가니셔 타시니방 아사카피샤 카필라 장은카바이두 리아자 루티 함사루셔 파낭아가까 란자라 나라당하다요. 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이깡은가 뜨리꾸 뜨시시라 빠땅은가 루짝가니셔 타시니방 사카필청 카필네 루짝가니셔 타시니방 아사카필라 장카바이두 리아자 루티 함사루셔 파낭아가까 라잔 란자나랑아당다요. 함사루셔 러셔라 not 루셔 함사루셔 파나가까 란자나라 함사루셔 파나가까 란자나 함사루셔 파나가까 란자라인 함사루셔 파나가까 란자라나라당다요. Haven't even gotten through one shit. 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 꾸랑은 셔놈 꾸랑은가 꾸라라 꾸수문 파바이깡은가 뜨리꾸 뜨시시라 빠땅은가 루짝가니셔 타시니방 아사카필라 장카바이두 리아자 루티 함사루셔 러셔 함사라샤 파나가까 란자라라 함사라샤 파나가까 란자라 나다당 나라당에다요. 함사라샤 파나가까 Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Lanjara Nang Radangadayo Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Nang Radangadayo Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Ranjara Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Nang Radangadayo Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Lanjara Hamsara Shapana Hamsara Shapana Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Nang Radangadayo Hamsara Shapana Lanjara Nang Radangadayo. Okay. I got interrupted twice. I'm gonna eat more drinks. This is impossible. If I get through at all, it'll be a miracle. I have to get through 3 times. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pain. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pabai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatashini banga sakapila shagankavai duria jaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jarara nara dangadayo. Almost. It's getting easier because I know what the word is almost. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pain. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatashini banga sakapila shagankavai duria banga jangaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jarara nara dangadayo. Almost. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatanishi tashini ruchakani shatashini banga sakapila shagankavai duria jaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jara nangada hamsara shapana gakalan jara ranjaran hamsara shapana gakalan jara nangada dangadayom. I'm gonna need something. Sorry. I've been drinking gin like water. I hope I don't get interrupted. It just means, waste of more energy if I get interrupted, and waste of time. Energy means money sometimes. Don't they have their own business to attend to? Why care about other people's business? It's something I don't understand about stupid people caring about other people's business. Here we go. That's why I have my weapon in my non-dominant hand. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Duryodhana, Hare Yudhishthira. Here we go. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatashini banga sakapila shagankavai duria jaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jara nara dangadayo. Almost getting there. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatashini banga sakapila shagankavai duria jaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jara nara dangada hamsara shapana gakalan jara hamsara shapana gakalan jara nara dangadayo. So almost there. I'll get it in the next 5 minutes. So it's a miracle. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatanishi banga sakapila shagankavai duria jaruti hamsara shapana gakalan jara nara dangadayo. That actually passed. I'm gonna do it one more time. Kuranganga kurara kusumum pavai kanga triku to shishira patanga ruchakani shatanishi banga ruchakani shatanishi tashini 루짜까네샤 다시니 방사카필라 창카바이두 리아자 루티 함사라 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요. I haven't even gotten it once yet. I almost got it once. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파인. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까네샤 다시 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까네샤 다시니 방사카필라 샹카바이두 리아자 루티 함사라 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요 빔샤티 기라요 메로헤 깔누이강 양 이반 깨사라 푸땅 무나데셰 마리땅 파리땅 우플라클라프땅 해. Okay, second try. 고랑은가 고라네 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 팜 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 샹은카바이두 리아자 루티 함사라 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요. Almost. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 샹카바이두 리아자 루티 함사라 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요. Actually, I'm learning the word now, so it's 고랑은 it means it's gonna get easier for me. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은 게임 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시리시랑 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파이 강은 게임 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파이 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은 Jesus Christ. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까니셔 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 샹은카바이두 리아자 루티 함사라 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요 빔샤티 기라요 메로헤 깔누이강 양 이반 깨사라 푸땅 무나데셰 파리땅 우플라클라프땅 우파클라프땅. Last try. Shalom, please don't bother me. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 샹은카바이두 리아자 루티 함사루 샤파나 가까 란자라나 라다다요 빔샤티 기라요 메로헤 깔누이강 양 이반 깨사라 푸땅 무나데셰 파리땅 우파클라프땅 해. I'll take it. Alright, you know what? I'll do it one more try. Absolute last try, fourth try. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파임 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 루짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 장은카바이두 리아장아 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜라 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜까니셔 다니시니 fucking amen. 고랑은가 고라라고 숨은 파바이 강은가 뜨리고 더시시라 빠땅은가 로짜까니셔 다시니 방사카필라 샤강캄 I
somebody's targeting me. At least one or more individuals are targeting me right now. Why? Because I'm doing this shit. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? Who would fucking mess with me when I'm doing this? It's understandable if you're out in public, you know, chastising evil people, whatever. I'm not even doing it, I'm just reading this shit. I have one or two individuals fucking targeting me right now. Get the fuck away, get the fuck away. 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 It's the only way I could communicate. Get the fuck away. Mind your own fucking business. You know, it's the only thing I could say. Mind your own fucking business. I'm doing this shit. People fucking mess with me, or they try to when I'm doing this shit. Imagine what would happen if I go out in the fucking public. I get into 23 fights every time I go out for about 3 hours. 3 to, 4, a few hours. 23 fights, I win all of them, or else I would not be here. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga triku the shishira patanganga ruchakani shatachni fucking va. Sorry. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking car outside targeting me. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga triku the shishira patanganga ruchakani shatashini va sant kapila shanganga. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai. Nicotine, the most underrated medicine, the most cursed medicine in the entire world. Nicotine. It's gonna save me, I know it, because I love nicotine. No, shalom, here we go. Help me, nicotine. You're my last hope. Nicotine. I used everything, gin and tonic, cannabis. Haven't used shrooms yet. For a while. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga triku the shishira patanganga rochakani shatashini vanga kapila shangankavaidu riaja roti hamsaru shavpana gaka lanjarana radadayo. Almost. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga triku the shishira patanganga rochakani shatashini vanga kapila shangankavaidu riaja roti hamsaru shavpana. Russia, not Russia. Fucking Āmēn. Russia pana gaka lanjarana radadayo. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pa. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga. That's not human, actually. So I'm being attacked from humans and non-humans at the same time. Kuranganga kurara kusumam pavai kanganga triku the shishira patanganga ruchakani shatashini vanga kapila shangankavaidu riaja roti hamsara shapana gaka lanjarana radadayo bimchati girayo meroha kalnoi kang yang ivan Yasara putang mula deshe parita upaklapatang. Moving on. Should I move on? Yeah, I should move on. Okay, so, like, whoever's messing with me while I'm doing this, like, not only is that person in trouble, but his whole nation is in trouble, because this has to do with DNA. It has to do with the intellect. They're rejecting the intellect to the point of assaulting them. That's exactly what it is. You know? So it has to do with the intellect. So, and sometimes non-humans get involved also. I'm up against a lot of things here. In my pajamas, actually, you know. Anyway, I'm against... I'm up against my own final boss. Not bossed. I haven't been bossed yet. I'm up against the final boss in my pajamas. That's what's going on. Or what seems to be going on. I'm facing... It's 27, by the way. I'm getting a little tired. It's been almost 3 hours. And, you know, I'm up against humans, the outsiders who are bothered by what I'm doing, which is ludicrous. You know, it's like, it means, you know, the nation of whom the botherers belong, they have a DNA switch, which when you turn it off, their entire species die. Sorry, but that's the truth. The whole nation dies because they're telling me that they have a switch that I could turn off, and their entire nation dies. You know, that's what it means when you're messing with me while I'm reading this, because this is, you know, it hasn't been pronounced the way I'm pronouncing it for the last 500 years. The last person to have pronounced it is Sri Chaitanya. You know, if anybody knows who that is, hopefully you know, not only are you going to heaven, hopefully your whole family will go to heaven. Anyway, yeah, if anybody's messing with me, human or non-human, because one instant I just noticed was a non-human messing with me while I'm reciting Sanskrit. So one or more human being or beings, and one non-human messing with me while I'm doing this shit. The shit, I call it shit because I get so angry. I get so fucking angry because nobody will fucking leave me alone. You know. My point is that if anybody's messing with me while I'm doing this, be it human or non-human, not only is he or she in trouble, his or her entire nation may perish. It's telling me that they have a brain switch that I could just turn off and their entire species die. That's what they're telling me. You know, if you know anything about Aryan Sanskrit. Anyway, here we go. Shloka 27. Jatara devaku dev merum Pulvena Shita Dasha Yojana Sahasra Mudaga Yatam. Pulvena Shita Dasha Yojana Sahasra Mudaga Yatam. Divisasram Bertu Tungang Pavataha Evama Parena Pavana Pangriang Atram Takoshunwanai Kaila Sakara Birang Pragayatan Velamutara Saturi Shuranga Makara Vashata Piretaiha Pragayatan Velamutara Tasaturi Shuranga Makara Vashata Piretaiha. Almost. This is actually nothing now. 28 syllable the word. Looks like nothing. Prangang yatang bevang prangang yatang bevam mutara sut taratang. Pranga yatang bevam mutaratang. Pranga yatang bevam mutaratang. It's what I'm doing is breaking realities. Besides breaking realities within myself, I'm also breaking realities on the outside. That's why it sounds really like, you know, crazy, if you will. That's what's wrong with this reality. That star is missing from this reality until now. Pragayata Vavamutta Tarasat Tarata. Prangayata Vavamudutaratas Prangayata Vavamudutaratam Prangayata Vavamudutaratam Prangayata Vavamudutaratasatirishanagamakara Bashata Piratai. Almost once more. Prangayata Vavamudutaratam Prangayata Vavamudutaratasatirishanagamakara Bashata Piratai. Parisarato niribang paritashachakang paritashachakang sati kananjanagiriha. Second try. Alright, home stretch now. Jatara devakuteo merum pulveno shita dashayojana sahasram budagang yatao. Tivisahasram Purtutungang Pavatahu Evama Parena Pavana Pangariyang Trao Tagoshunung Kailang Sakara Birang Praga Yatang Bevamutara Praga Yatang Bevamutara Tasatrishananga Makarang Vashita Piratai. That word, that da was missing from this reality. I could tell you that right now. And what I'm doing is fixing this reality. That means a lot of incidents will happen just because I said that word missing from this reality. I'm gonna do it one more time. Prangayata betam bebang Prangayata Bebamudutaratasatirishanagamakara Vashada Piratai Parisa Toguniribang Paritashachakang Sati Kanjanagiri. Last try. Shloka 27. Last one is 29. Just 3 away. I'm home stretch for me. I got over it. I'm done with the hardest one. But I must complete it or else the demons escape. If you know what I'm talking about, not only are you gonna go to heaven, your whole fucking nation might go to heaven. No, shalom. Jatana devakuteo menum pulvenang shita dashayojana sasra budagang yata. Pulveno shita dashayojana sasra budagang yata tivisasram pratutungao pavataha eva maparena pavana Aryan takushuinuan kailang sakara virang Pangayatang Bevamudutaratas Pangayatang Bevamudutaratasatirishanagamakara Vashada Piratai Parisara Tokunirima Paritashachakang Sati Kanjanagiriha. I'm gonna do it one more time. 4th try, the absolute last try. Home stretch. I'm just having fun now. This is my Minecraft. This is my fight night. Everybody else plays video games except me. Anybody who's on the internet anyway. Merum Pulvena Shita Dashayojana Sasram Buddha Gataya. Fuck. Guess where I messed up? The Western line change. That's what I call this now. The Western fucking line change, where I mess up 90% of the time. The Western line change. Pulveno shita dashayojana sasram budagang yatao. Pulveno shita dashayojana sasram budagang yatao. Tivisasram pratutungao pavataha eva maparena pavana Aryan takushuinuan kailang sakara virang prangayatang bevamudutaratang. Yeah, that word right there, that's a reality changing word. It's like a key to a lock. That little thing there. It has to do with the mind. It has to do with your thinking process. If you're rushing things, that's the reason why. That's one of the reasons. No, that's one of the 200 and fucking whatever reasons why you're messing up. You're rushing things when you shouldn't have, and you know it already. That's one of the reasons. Oh my fucking god, man. I'm gonna just highlight that just for myself. Almost. Why is it so hard for me to say now? It was easy before. Alright, I got through. Home stretch, motherfucker. Who is the motherfucker? I am Satan, so the motherfucker is the old school Satan. The people who think I'm Satan. I am son of Satan. The good news is even Satan knew what the idea of love was, so he produced a son, Baphomet. That's yours truly, who would solve the world's problems, because the world has extreme problems. Like problems, if you represented it to the normal people, they'll just go to the hospital. They'll just end up going to the hospital. That's the kind of problems you have here in the real world, unless you've been living on the internet world all the time. Anyway. Here we go. 20 home stretch. I'm just babbling because I'm done. Fucking A, man. Merolmultani Bhagavatam Atmayonel Matyata Upaklaptam Purimayutang Yojana Sanghasrim Purimayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasaram Shatakraum Pim Badananti. If you've noticed that my quality sucks right now, is I don't really care anymore. I just got through the most difficult. I almost dropped the F-bomb on that. I got through the most difficult word in this entire effing chapter. So I don't care anymore if I make a lot of mistakes. Second try. I'm just gonna do it 3 times. If I don't make it, then F you, F everything. Merolmultani Bhagavatam Atmayonel Matyata Upaklapadam Purimayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasaram Shatakamam Pim Badananti. Last try. Merolmultani Bhagavatam Atmayonel Matyatang Upaklapadam Purimayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasaram Shatakamam Pim Badananti. Absolute last try. 4th try. That's if I do a 5th try, that means the end of the world try. So 4th try, which is this one, is the absolute last try. If I do another one, that means the end of the world try. I don't do it more than 5 times anymore. I used to do it. It used to take me 9 hours. There are videos that I recite Sanskrit for 9.5 hours. I'm not kidding. Merolmultani Bhagavatam Atmayonel Matyatang Upaklapadam Purimayutang Yojana Sanghasrim Puri Mayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasram Shatakaramam Pim Padananti. Alright, I have to do it. This is the end of the world try. It's called a fifth try. I don't try anything more than anything. I don't read Sanskrit, Aryan Sanskrit more than 5 times. I don't know anything about Hindi. This is Sanskrit. And I'm pronouncing it in the original Aryan Sanskrit. I don't say it more than 5 times. So this is the end of the world. Fifth try. Why am I stressing it? Because it means something in this reality. It means this world is in chaos, and that's yeah. Anyway, here we go. Merul multani Bhagavatam Atmayone Matyatam Upaklapatam Purimayutam. I'm gonna just I have this responsibility to say this in one go. Something tells me, or else something bad is gonna happen. I'm under pressure. Merul multani Bhagavatam Atmayone Matyatam Merul multani Bhagavatam Atmayone Matyatam Upaklapatam Purimayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasram Chatakamam Pim Padananti. Alright, I have to do a 6th try. So if I do a 6th try, it's called Satan try. 6, 6th try, Satan. It should make sense. Merul multani Bhagavatam Atmayone Matyatam Upaklapatam Purimayuta Yojana Sanghasrim Samachaturasram Chatakamam Pim Padananti. Moving on. Last shloka. Looks easy. Tamanuparitom Lokapangana Mashirtanam Yatadisham Yatarupam Turiyamanena Purushata Vupaklapatang. 2nd try. Last shloka. And this is just the ending. It means, that's the chapter ended. Blah blah blah. Tamanuparitom Lokapangana Mashirtanam Yatadisham Yatarupam Turiyamanena Purushata Vupaklapatang. Okay, 3rd try, last try. Tamanuparitom Lokapangana Mashirtanam Yatadisham Yatarupam Turiyamanena Purushata Vupaklapatang. I'm done. Okay. No, shalom. Okay, so if you were listening to, if you just tuned in to just listen to Sanskrit, I'm not gonna pronounce any more Sanskrit except this ending right here. Ending, the closing statement. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Pranwe Panamahamsyam Samitang Yam Panchamasakanante Pavana Kosha Valnonam Pavana Kosha Valnonam Nama. I'll say it one more time and that's it. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Panamahamsyam Samitang Yam Panchamasakanante Pavana Kosha Valnonam Nama Okay, done. No, shalom. Okay, so no more Sanskrit. If you just tuned in to listen to Sanskrit, I am not gonna present any more Sanskrit. It's just gonna be the translation, and there's no digital translation for Shrimad Bhagavatam. I couldn't find it on the internet. I found Prabhupada's translation. I didn't find it useful. I'm not using it. Yeah, if anybody's taking notes, I couldn't find the translations for, I couldn't find the English translation for this chapter. And then I found Bhagavata's translation on the internet. I cannot use it. So that's for anybody who's taking notes. Anyway, here we go. Discourse 16, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, I'm very tired. What time is it? Holy cow. Yeah, I should be tired. I've been doing this for what? More than 3 hours? I've been reciting Sanskrit texts for at least 2.5 hours because I'm, reading the translations. 2.5 hours of Sanskrit reading in one session or one live stream. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't find the digital translation for this chapter. I tried. I did find Prabhupada's translation. I cannot use it. I cannot use it. It's wrong. The translation is wrong, so I have to use this one. Man, this one is riddled with words within parentheses, meaning they're trying to explain. They're trying to explain what the Sanskrit meaning is. But if I've just said it, I've just said everything in Sanskrit, so everything within the parentheses at this point, from this point on, becomes hindrances. They are in the way of the translation. And half the chapter, half is an exaggeration. 25% of the translation is supply the words. The author added the words in case you didn't know Sanskrit. So now that I've recited all that's the importance of reciting Sanskrit, is that now, first of all the words within the parentheses, or what the author or the translator is not even an author. The translator is supplying words, they become hindrance, obstacles for your understanding of, the actual meaning of the sentence, because I've recited the Aryan Sanskrit. That's number one. Number two, whatever I'm gonna say that's from the chapter, that's gonna change this reality. If 2 or 3 people or more listen to this. It's called magic. Anyway, here we go. Not shalom. Magic with a K. Discourse chapter 16. The king said, "You have described the extent of the terrestrial globe as covering the whole range where the sun shines, and where, on the other hand, the yonder moon with the host of heavenly bodies is visible. Within that very extent are comprised the 7 oceans formed by the 7 furrows dug by the wheels of the chariot of Emperor Priyavrata. And it is to these, indeed, that you have ascribed, a glorious sage, the division of the earth into 7 distinct dvipas. I have a desire to know all this in detail, with the extent and characteristic features. For, focused on the Lord's gross material form, the mind becomes fit to be concentrated on the immaterial, most subtle, self-effulgent and transcendent Brahman, known by the name of Lord Vasudeva. Therefore, be pleased to describe the same, O preceptor. Therefore, be pleased to describe the same, O preceptor." The sage replied, "No man, O great king, can ever succeed in ascertaining with his mind, much less in words, the full extent of the vast display set up by the gunas of the Lord's Mangyang, even if he strives for a whole lifetime of the gods. Therefore, we propose to discuss at length only the salient features of the terrestrial, very hard for me to say because of my injuries. Shloka 4. The sage replied, "No man or great king can ever succeed in ascertaining with his mind, much less in words, the full extent of the vast display set up by the gunas of the Lord's Mangyang, even if he strives for a whole lifetime of the gods. Therefore, we propose to discuss at length only the salient features of the terrestrial globe, with the names, position, extent, and characteristics of the various subdivisions. As for this Dvipan, it represents the innermost of the sheets of the lotus-like terrestrial globe, with a diameter of 1 lakh yojanas, and round like the corolla of a lotus. In this Dvipan are comprised 9 varshas, each 9,000 yojanas, in extent, clearly divided by 8 mountain ranges which form their boundaries. In the middle of these continents stands the inner varsha called Ilavrata, at the center of which is situated the king of mountain ranges, Meru, entirely consisting of gold and possessing a height equal to the extent of the Dvipan. It forms the pericarp of the lotus-like terrestrial globe and has a diameter of 32,000 yojanas at the top and 16,000 yojanas at the foot, with its root lying under the earth's surface to a depth of 16,000 yojanas. To the north of Ilavratan is situated one after another the 3 mountain ranges called Nila, Shveta, and Shringavan, severally forming the boundaries of the Varshas, bearing the names of Ramyaka, Hiranmaya, and Kuru, and extending east and west as far as the salt ocean, each 2,000 yojanas, one and every exterior range being shorter in length alone by a little over 1/10 of the next interior range. Likewise, to the south of Ilavratan, and extending from east to west, stand the Nishatan, Hirnakuta, and Himalayam, each possessing. Likewise, to the south of Ilavratan, and extending from east to west, stand the Nishatan, Hemakuta, and Himalayam, each possessing a height of 10,000 yojanas, and severally marking the boundaries of Harivarsha, Kimpurusharvarsha, and Paratavarsha. Sorry, I'm gonna read it again. Taking a break. This is why is the fucking translation hard for me to read? Because there are no good translations. That's why. One day I'll have to translate all these myself once I understand Sanskrit. Once I become enlightened, I have to translate all these by myself because it's fucking A. Because fucking A. That's a reason. Fucking A. I'm just trying to heal right now, so I'm not really. But I'm so angry. I'm so angry at the translation. Cool, thank you, God, for liquor, or else I would have pulled my hair out. Gin and tonic. It's the only. Right now it's gin and juice. Gin is the only alcohol that I'm drinking. Or at least that'll be the only alcohol that I'll be drinking until I heal. Okay, Shloka 9. As if reading the Sanskrit isn't hard enough, I have to jump through. There are so many words in parentheses. So this, it's one sentence, about 20% of it is in parentheses. Here we go. Shloka 9. Likewise, to the south of Bhagavatam, and extending from east to west, stand the Nishadha, Hemakuta, and Himalayan, each possessing a height of 10,000 yojanas, and severally marking the boundaries of Harivarsha, Kimpurusha and Bharatabarsha. Even so, to the west and east of Ilavrata stand the Malayavan, and Gantamadana, respectively, severally extending as far as the Nila mountain and the Nishadha mountain, and covering a breadth of 2,000 yojanas, 16,000 miles each. They mark the boundaries of Ketumala and Padrashava. On the four sides of Mount Meru stand the Manandara, Meru Manandara, Suparshava, and Kumuda mountains, forming its buttresses, and having a length and height of 10,000 yojanas. On these four stand four big trees of mango, Jamambu, rose apple, Kadamamba, and Banyan, looking like their flags, each possessing a height of 1,100 yojanas, 8,800 miles, and a diameter of 100 yojanas, 800 miles, and its branches extending within a diameter equal to its height. There are four lakes of milk, honey, and sugarcane juice, and fresh water. The demigods who drink of these, Opari Kufui, enjoy mystic powers as a natural consequence. There are also four celestial garlands, called Nanandana, Jaitraratane, Vairaprajakai, and Salvato Padre. In these gardens, the foremost of gods, leading a bevy of most charming celestial beauties with them, carry on the sports, their glories being sung by hosts of demigods. From the top of the celestial mango tree, 1,100 yojanas high, standing on the bosom of Mount Mandara, drop down fruits as colossal as a mountain peak and luscious as nectar. A river, Aronodon by name, so called because of its carrying as water the most delicious, fragrant, and highly perfumed. Abundant and scarlet juice of these fruits bursting open, flows from the summit of Mount Mandara and irrigates the eastern part of Ilavrata. I'm going to read that again. A river, Aronodon by name, so called because of its carrying as water the most delicious, fragrant, and highly perfumed, abundant and scarlet juice of these fruits bursting open, flows from the summit of Mount Mandara and irrigates the eastern part of Ilavrata. The breeze perfumed by contact with the person of Yakusha. I'm gonna say that again, sorry. 18 right now. Oh, tired. No, I should be tired. 3.5 hours. The breeze perfumed by contact with the person of Yakusha, ladies, forming the retinue of goddess Parvati, surcharges with fragrance the whole area about them, as far as 10 yojanas, 80 miles, because of their drinking this water. Similarly, a river, Jamambu by name, emanating from the juice of rose apples, of the size of elephants and having very small seeds, burst open as a result of their fall from an exceedingly high level, falls from the summit of Mount Merumanandaran, 10,000 yojanas high, on the earth and waters, the whole of Ilabrotan, standing to the south of that river. The clay on both the banks, getting saturated all over with that juice, and undergoing a chemical change under the joint action of the wind and the sun, is transmuted into gold, known by the name of Jambunada, whichever serves to adorn the person of immortals. Indeed, as the tradition unmistakably points out, I'm going to say that again. 21, right now, almost done. I just want to finish it now. Indeed, as the tradition unmistakably, come on, dude. Indeed, as the tradition unmistakably points out, the gods and other heavenly beings with their spouses wear this in the shape of diadems, bangles, girdles, and other ornaments. I'm going to say that again. It's Shloka 21. 29 is the last one. Almost done. Why is the translation harder for me to read than, or as difficult as for me to read than the Sanskrit? I don't understand it. It's the same difficulty level at this point. One day, it's gonna be easier for me to read Sanskrit than English, and I'm not gonna wanna read. I'm gonna say something like, I've said it before. All the other languages are Sudoku. It's just puzzle. It's a puzzle. Sanskrit is a natural language. Indeed, as the tradition unmistakably points out, the gods and other heavenly beings with their spouses wear this in the shape of diadems, bangles, girdles, and other ornaments. 5 torrents of honey, each measuring 5 fathoms in diameter, that stream forth from the hollows of that great Kadamamba tree, which stands firmly rooted on Mount Subhashivim, when falling from the summit of Subhashivim, delight with their aroma elaborate, lying to the west of the torrents. I'm gonna read that again, sorry. 22. Why is this hard for me? I can't believe it. Sanskrit is easier for Sanskrit is more comfortable. Reciting Sanskrit is more comfortable for me than reciting the translation. Here we go. Fucking A. 5 torrents of honey, each measuring 5 fathoms on. Oh, fucking God. 5 torrents of honey, each measuring 5 fathoms in diameter, that stream forth from the hollows of that great Kadamamba tree, which stands firmly rooted on Mount Subhashivim, when falling from the summit of Subhashivim, delight with their aroma elaborate, lying to the west of those torrents. I'm gonna read it again. I am so sorry. The translator somehow thinks he's an author. He supplied all these fucking words that I have to skip. 5 torrents of honey, each measuring 5 fathoms in diameter, that stream forth from the hollows of that great Kadamamba tree, which stands firmly rooted on Mount Subhashivim, when falling from the summit of Subhashivim, delight with their aroma elaborate, lying to the west of those torrents. The breeze surcharged with the odor issuing from the mouth of damsels drinking of those torrents perfumes an area of 100 yojanas and 800 miles all round. In the same way, from the boughs of the banyan tree, which stands firmly rooted on Mount Gumudan, issue streams, all flowing downward and capable of yielding the objects of one's desire, such as milk, curds, honey, and clarified butter, jaggery, cereals, and other edibles, as well as raiment, beds, seats, and ornaments, and falling from the summit of Mount Gumudan, benefit the region of Ilabrata, lying to the north of the said mountain. I can't believe it. fucking translation is harder for me to read. I'll read it again. I'm so sorry. I can't. I fucking care. And Shloka 24. 29 is the last one. 608. I can't believe translation is harder for me to read than the original text, Sanskrit. In the same way, from the boughs of that banyan tree, Shatabasha, what a name. I'll read that again. In the same way, from the boughs of that banyan tree, Shatabasha, by name, which stands firm, where on Mount Kumudang issues streams are flowing downward and capable of yielding the objects of one's desire, such as milk, curds, honey, clarified butter, jaggery, cereals and other edibles, as well as raiment, beds, seats and ornaments, and, falling from the summit of Mount Kumudang, benefit the region of Ulavrata, lying to the north of the said mountain. Afflictions of various kinds, such as wrinkles, gray hairs, fatigue, perspiration, foul smell, old age, disease, death, cold and heat, pallor, and troubles are never experienced by those created beings that make use of these rivers. Nay, they enjoy the greatest happiness throughout their life. Like filaments surrounding the pericarp, there are 20 mountains. Kuranga, Kurang, Kusumampa, Bakanga, Tikute, Shishirang, Patanga, Ruchakang, Rushitang, Shini Bangsang, Kaping, Shangakang, Baiduyang, Jangaruti, Hamsang, Ruchitang, Nanga, Gananjara, Narada, and so on, situated round about Meru, near its foot. To the east of Meru stand the Jatran and Devakute mountains, extending north to south to a length. I'm going to read that again. To the east of Meru stand the Jatran. This is 27, Shloka 27. 3 left. Home stretch. I am done. I am so done. To the east of Meru stand the Jatran and Devakute mountains, extending north to south to a length of 18,000 yojanas. It's 144,000 miles. And possessing a height and width of 2,000 yojanas, 16,000 miles. Similarly, to the west are situated the Pavana and Pariyantram. To the south stand Kailasa, Karavira, extending east to west, and to the north are situated the Trishiranga and Makaram. Enclosed on all sides by these 8 mountains, Mount Sumeru shines as a sacred fire surrounded by a blaze of kusha grass. It's Shloka 27. Oof. On the summit of Mount Meru, and this is 28 now, 2 more left. I'm tired. On the summit of Mount Meru, at the very center, they say, is situated the city of Brahmani, built of gold, with an area of 14,000 yojanas, 112,000 square miles, and rectangular in shape. After this model and round above the same have been built the 8 cities of the 8 Lokapalas, in a style befitting their master and in the direction allotted to him, each city being 1/4 a Brahmana city. I'm going to read these 2 shlokas again. As a matter of fact, I'll read the entire paragraph. They divided the chapter into paragraphs. Starting from 26 to the end, I'm going to read it. Like filaments surrounding the pericarp, there are 20. Like filaments surrounding the pericarp, there are 20 mountains. Kuranga, Kurara, Kusumumpa, Baikanga, Trikuta, Shishira, Patanga, Ruchaka, Rishatang, Shinibangsang, Kapila, Shankang, Vaidurya, Jaruti, Hamsang, Rishapan, Naga, Galanjala, Narada, and so on, situated round the Mount Meru near its foot. To the east of Meru stand the Jatra Devakuta mountains extending north to south to a length of 18,000 yojanas, 144,000 miles, and possessing a height and width of 2,000 yojanas, 16,000 miles. Similarly, to the west are situated the Pavana and Paryadra. To the south stand Kailasa and Karavira, extending east to west, and to the north are situated Tirishirunga and Makaram. Enclosed on all sides by these 8 mountains, Mount Sumeru, Enclosed on all sides by these 8 mountains, Mount Sumeru shines as a sacred fire surrounded by blades of kusha grass. On the summit of Mount Meru, at the very center, they say, is situated the city of Brahman, built of gold, with an area of 14,000 yojanas, 112,000 square miles, and rectangular in shape. After this model, and round above the same, have been built the 8 cities of 8 Lokapangalas, in a style befitting their master, and in the direction allotted to him, each city being 1/4 of Brahmana city. I'm done. I'm so tired. Holy cow. At least it didn't go on more than 4 hours. That's something to look up to for me. Alright, here we go. With the closing statement. Thus ends the 16th discourse entitled A Description of the Terrestrial World. I can't even say it. I can't even read anymore. I'm very, very tired. Thus ends, and so if you were tuning in, after this was broadcasted, you will see this after 24 hours, I think. YouTube holds it for 24 hours nowadays. I don't know why. So if you're watching this in the future, I am tired. I'm so tired. So I'm now reading the closing statement. I am done. Finished. Very, very tired. This is after 3 hours from when I start. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thus ends the 16th discourse entitled A Description of the Terrestrial World in Book 5 of the Great and Glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramamsa Samhita. Alright, logging off. Thank you very much. I am gonna go to sleep or something. I don't know. Haven't been this tired in a while. I'm so tired. No, Chalon, have a good night. I'm done. See you tomorrow. Kabbalah ritual tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where's my cursor? Good night.